can convince me to believe that this character does not need a buff on her S2. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. That shit needs a buff. I have countless games. I should record them, but I'm gonna start recording them for later references. I'm gonna reference this shit forever from now on. But there should be no reason for me to proc this S1 and then not proc my S2. That doesn't make any sense. And the reason for this is because they made, let me look at this real quick. So decrease damage by, alright, so basically what's going on is if she hits you with her S1, there's a 35% chance to hit someone with an S2, which is the spikes. The spikes is it pushes her forward. It gets an additional damage right after her S1. Now this chance is doubled if the enemy is sealed. And her seal, I don't have it maxed out, but it doesn't matter because I hit the seal a lot. I so burn the seal to guarantee to get the seal. But if the seal is on the enemy, then this 35 plus 35 is 75% chance. So there should be no reason, or 70% chance. 70%. I'm tripping. There should be no reason for me to hit someone with this seal and this shit not to proc. Now here's what I believe. Here's how I feel about it. Every game I have that I'm about to kill somebody or I'm about to solo a team with this woman, she decides she doesn't want to proc her S2. How I feel about this is it should be her S2 should stay 35% chance to proc if the seal is not on. But if the seal is on, it should be guaranteed to proc. I don't give a fuck. Because there's way too much things counteracting this shit. Way too many things. People could, when she hits you with the attack, if someone's on counter set, best believe that they can hit you before the S2 can even proc. So say you're about to die and you hit somebody with this on counter set. They're gonna hit you back before it even procs. That's one counter to it. Immunity is a counter to it. Resistance is a counter to it. This character requires way too much. And on top of that, she has an extremely linear build. You will only see two builds for this character, if not three. That's the max you'll get. You will never see any other builds for this character. You'll see counter set. You'll see, and you know what? It's not even different builds. All you'll see is counter set on this character, and either Layla Violin or Abyssal Crown. There's nothing else no one run on this character. Literally, there's no other way to play this character and have her be as effective as she is without having Layla Violin or Abyssal Crown on her. Anything else is complete pointless because she doesn't do shit. Now, so you may argue and say that her S1 is overpowered because it nullifies S2s. It has to proc, so that's a problem. You can't use her by herself without it proccing, because even if you have Layla Violin, the ability procs on attack, so that means it doesn't have to hit. If it did have to hit in order to proc, then Layla Violin will completely fix that problem, because okay, Layla Violin will strip and then it will proc. But no, on attack, and this is way different. How do I explain it? Here's a perfect explanation for it. Layla Violin says on attack, right? It says an attacking enemy. So when you're attacking an enemy, during the hit, it strips. So even if you miss, it counts as attacking. So it will strip. This attack here, it's on target. So when you're sealing somebody, it's like it procs on target. So that means that even if she misses, anything, it will proc. But it's on attack, so that means it will happen before damage is even done. So miss or not miss, it'll proc. That's cool and all, but immunity, resistance, there's all type of shit countering this character. Like, no, not countering the character, countering the ability. That's bullshit. Now the addition of her reducing with the addition of her S3 not having a cooldown, and her S2 reducing up to 30% crit chance and blinding, it's pretty strong. However, the blind percentage, let's see, there's a blind percentage on here, right? with a 60% chance to blind. That's the 60%. The blind is strong. Yeah, that's cool. So the blind, I feel like it's a proper. That's a proper percentage, because you shouldn't be able to get all that shit guaranteed. All you really need is the guaranteed S2, because that shit missing on the S1 proc is such a fucking letdown, bro. It's such a fucking bullshit moment, because what do you call that? The RNG system in this game is already fucking bullshit. To add such an RNG system on her S2 just makes the character almost fucking unusable because of that shit. It's very annoying, bro. Like, especially if you have, like, say you're me, for instance. You don't really have very good builds on all your characters and stuff like that, but she's very strong, so bringing her here regardless is gonna help you out. You know what I'm saying? So the kit that she has, it has the potential to solo teams if given the ability to fucking guarantee this proc. Now, the only thing I can understand why it wouldn't be guaranteed to proc is because when you put a seal on somebody, say you overlap them and skip their team, you can hit that same person again and keep procking that same seal. But I mean, that's not too fucking big of a deal, to be honest. And then arguably, the S2s don't even you can build her damage, but it's gonna be very rare that someone builds her with damage and have her like all the stats that's guaranteed for her to have, unless you're fighting a fucking god tier unit player. In that case, you were gonna lose anyway, so there's no even arguing, oh, her S2 proc every turn. You could argue that shit, but you're gonna get fucking destroyed anyway, because the motherfucker has 300 fucking crit damage, 5,000 attack, 100 crit chance, almost 15k health. Like, come on, bro. Like, you really think you're gonna survive that shit? Like, don't give me a fucking break. Now, since I'm already on the character, touching on her, I'm gonna talk about her S3, because I'm about to end the video. I was just mad at the fact that I just had a game where I could have soloed this whole team. Everybody was one piece of health. I hit someone with an S1, proc the seal, and she didn't proc the S2, and that stopped me from killing the rest of the team, and then I got fucking slapped. So let me just read the S3, because I think the S3 is very, very powerful. Attacks enemies with a powerful wave, with 85% chance to inflict 2 burns. Very good. And I think that's there's a chance I can be 100. Yeah. And grants the caster an extra turn. This skill cannot be, and it can be countered. This is very cool. I think this is a very strong ability. At first I didn't see the point of having burns, but then after recently learning that burns pierce defense, I think penetrates defense. After learning that, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just how I feel about that. Like, nothing too serious and stuff. Let me post my build on there too, because I might as well. I'm already on the video. That's just what I want to express. I strongly believe she just needs that S2 to proc. Make it so if the enemy is sealed, it procs like 100% of the chance. I can't stress it enough that it's already hard enough to get that seal on a player regardless. You need to have outspeed units to be built already. You have to outspeed the other unit. You need to have a Bazaar. You need to make sure they don't have a DJ Bazaar, because say you proc that shit and you